Alright, how's it going? It's Wednesday. I decided to make this video. Probably going to be the last video that I'm going to do on Brian Laundrie until he's caught because, quite frankly, there really has been no updates. He's still on the lam. Gabby is still dead. The only thing that's left is a lot of speculation and a lot of bickering on Twitter. And this is going to be a video that's going to describe my feelings towards Twitter. I've been gotten into this toxic debate or this debate topic that has turned so toxic because I don't think Gabby was in an abusive relationship. There's no evidence to point that she was in an abusive relationship. The the debate or the topic I'm going at is as the other one where it was a toxic relationship where both parties contribute to the toxic relationship. And not to mention, they were on the road for about 4 to 5 months, being alone, no weekends, no 8 hour, 9 hour work days, not even able to leave each other for a couple hours here and there. That will wear down the best relationship out there. If you're a couple and you consider yourself the best relationship, one way to really tank it is to go on a 5 month or even a year long road trip. And everything that points to it just says was a toxic relationship. It became toxic. I don't know what the end result is. I don't know if Brian killed her, even though he's a person of interest. He's still just a person of interest. They haven't listed him as a suspect, so until that happens, he's just a person of interest. Chances are he probably did do it, but he's still innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. But this is not why you clicked on this video. You clicked on this video. Why hasn't Brian Laundrie been caught? One is the Northport Police Department failed. They didn't tail him. They didn't watch him. They didn't arrest him and put an ankle monitor on him. So they could have done just that under probable cause because she was missing at the time. So they should have at least done that. The other thing is, I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but he could be a survivalist. He could be able to survive out in the wilderness for long periods of time. We do not know his skill set, and people don't want to compliment him because they don't want to compliment someone that might have killed someone. They don't want to give praise to someone that they hate. They're blinded by hate. But I just want to point something out. The universal edibility test. That's right. This is a test that's real simple. Anybody could do this. We've been doing this for eons, ever since we left the trees. And some people say we came from Africa. Ever since we left the trees, we've been doing this. This isn't rocket science, and it's very easy to do. The universal edible test. Choosing which foods to eat in the wild can either make or break you. If you're starving and you don't know what's safe to eat, follow this protocol. It's really easy. I mean, eating even a tiny bit of toxic plant can cause extreme gastrointestinal problems or even death. Survival experts devise this test to determine a plant edibility. When in doubt, follow these steps before chowing down. It's a slow process but necessary. Warning, this is for emergency only. Plan A should always be positively identifying everything you eat. And maybe Brian knows what to eat. There's nothing that says he doesn't. Separate the plant into various parts: roots, stems, leaves, buds, and of course flowers. Focusing only on one piece of the plant at a time, smell it. A strong, unpleasant odor is a bad sign. So if you don't like the smell of it, it's probably not good for you. Test the content poisoning by placing a piece of the plant in your inner elbow or wrist for a few minutes. If your skin burns, itches, feels numb, or breaks out into a rash, don't eat the plant. Good advice. If the plant passes the skin test, prepare a small portion the way you plan to eat it. Boiling's always a good bet. I don't know if he has any way to start fires, but you never know. People are able to start fires with sticks, so he may know how to do that. Before taking a bite, touch the plant to your lips for or the test for burning or itching. If there's no reaction after 15 minutes, take a small bite, chew it, and hold it in your mouth for 15 minutes. They did mention that this is a long process, so if the plant tastes very bitter, soapy, spit it out. If there's no reaction in your mouth, swallow the bite and wait several hours. If there's no ill effect, you can assume the part of the plant is edible. Repeat the test for other parts of the plant. Some plants have both edible and inedible parts. Like I said, he may actually know how to do this. He may have planned for this. He may be able already to do this. Like I said, he may already have it planned out. But to eliminate him being this idiotic person just because you can't compliment the person because you suspect him of killing someone is another reason why he hasn't been caught yet, because you're underestimating your foe. You never underestimate your foe. You also probably don't want to overestimate your foe. But underestimating your foe will always lead into trouble. I've been watching a lot of World War II documentaries, both on YouTube and Netflix. The thing that's caught my mind is Nazi Germany underestimated Russia. They thought they could just sweep in through Russia, call it a day, just like they did with France, Australia, or not Australia, but Austria and Poland. But it turns out Russia was no punk. Russia was semi prepared for it, and they were able to stop the Germany in their tracks. And a few years later, actually gained ground, and the rest is history. Never underestimate your foe. And I don't know if the police are underestimating them. They're just not saying much. The FBI's not saying much. But it's really simple. I mean, he could know how to do the edibility or the universal edible test. Or he may even already know what's edible on his path. It's just plain and simple. But of course, if you do see Brian, make sure you call the authorities. Make sure you take a picture. Make sure you look for his hand. Make sure you see the tattoo. I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying that he walks like a duck. So if you see someone walking like a duck and has a tattoo on his hand, then Ivy is probably him. That's all I gotta say. I mean, we have to be vigilant. With that being said, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. What's your theory? Oh yeah, I also forgot one that the parents probably helped him. That's just speculation. We don't know. There's a lot that we don't know because the FBI is not saying, his parents are not saying. But yeah, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. What's your best theory? Smash the like and subscribe button. And since I won't be here tomorrow, have yourself a wonderful weekend. And also morning and evening.